Yo, welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. And today, man, we got a strange, wild show for you guys. But when you come across this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you'll know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. And if you're first time coming across this channel, please hit the subscribe button. On this channel, we cover sports, hot topics, roundtable talk, and a marriage chronicles. I see everybody in the comment section, hashtag salute. And you know what my mantra is? Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Man, let's get right off into it, man. Major breaking news. Dwight Howard has came out on his Instagram account and has now said that he did actually link up with another man. Now, if you guys been following the story about Dwight Howard, this stems back all the way to his Washington Wizards playing days when he was out with an apparent back injury, but a lot of people speculated it was something to do with his tailbone. And a lot of people had speculations and a lot of rumors started flying that Dwight Howard was an undercover down low brother. And, you know, a lot of people didn't want to believe it because the rumors was flying. Nobody could really validate the rumors. Nobody could really get their facts and, you know, sources was out there, but nothing never came out to prove that Dwight Howard was on the DL. Go back to when he was in Houston, the incident that happened on the bench when he grabbed another teammate's private part on the bench. And a lot of people, you know, speculated then, a lot of memes out, and they would just had questions about Dwight Howard. But follow the story as it is, because during the pandemic in 2021 or 2020, Dwight Howard was engaged to Taya Cooper. Taya Cooper is a standout star. She played at Baylor, South Carolina. She went off into the WNBA. She played with the Los Angeles Sparks during the pandemic when they was down in the bubble. And she had a sit-down interview and was talking about her relationship with Dwight Howard. Actually, she was probably married to Dwight Howard. I don't know if they was married at the time, but she had that ring on and they used to post videos together and things like that. And all of a sudden they split. Nobody knew the reason why they split apart, but there was a lot of speculations because all of a sudden Taya Cooper started messing with Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints, and everybody was wondering why they split up. It was some subliminal message that Taya Cooper would put on her Twitter and her Instagram. And I'm thinking that she probably found out that them rumors was surfacing and them rumors was true, because the bombshell that came out today was this happened in 2021. And, Dwight Howard been fiddling around with men. It's been a lot of reports out there that he's messing with men, but nobody had proof. Nobody had evidence, because every interview that Dwight Howard has done on the Breakfast Club or anything like that, he said he don't want to disclose what he does in his private life. So he would rebuke the questions when people would ask him about, do you sleep with men? Do you like men? He would never answer the question. He would never really put that to rest. And that's why it was open. That's why his things was open and people were speculating on what Dwight Howard does. And whatever Dwight Howard does on his free time and what sexuality he wants to mess with, and you question his sex, that's on Dwight Howard. He's free to do what he want to do, but you're walking around here like you're not doing the things that you're doing. And when somebody questions you about it, you don't put the rumors to rest. You don't come out with a definitive answer saying, no, I'm not involved with no men. I don't like men. I like women. Even though you got 5 kids, that doesn't matter. So wherever there's smoke, there's fire. So when them reports came out today that he admitted that he met up with a man from Instagram and they was exchanging explicit text messages and videos of each other's private part coming from a man to another man, what is that telling you? But the reports are now in public records on court documents. There was a report out there from Yahoo, different sources, different things. And it's just unbelievable that if that's who you are, just come out of the closet. Just come out of the closet. So this is one of the reports that came out, and this is what it stated. Dwight Howard denies sexual assault charges by a man he met via Instagram, claims all activity was consensual, reports said. A man named Stephen Harper accused Dwight Howard of assault and battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment in 2021. Howard, per the lawsuit, allegedly performed sexual acts that Harper did not consent to. The former NBA star admitted communicating with the said person on Instagram before eventually meeting him. Harper provided text messages and Uber receipts to prove he did hook up with Howard at the player's place. Harper reportedly visited Howard on July 19th, 2021 per Radar Online. According to the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, the sexual acts that happened that day were all consensual, but they happened with a man. Stephen Harper, though, argued that that was not the case in the complaint. Harper wrote that Superman also brought a man dressed as a woman who wanted to be called Kitty. He didn't want to join sexual activities that Kitty and Dwight Howard were doing, but allegedly forced by the former NBA player. Defendant stood up, towering over Mr. Harper, grabbed Mr. Harper by the thighs, forcibly removed Mr. Harper's underwear, held Mr. Harper down, started playing with his penis, and then performed non-consensual oral sex on Mr. Harper. Mr. Harper was in fear of his imminent body harm when he was pinned down and forced to remain in place while the defendant continued to sexually assault him. Dwight Howard reportedly only stopped his allegedly sexual acts when he noticed that Harper had not enjoyed it. Harper's lawyer had to say this about the lawsuit. The sexual allegations against Dwight Howard were eventually dropped. Dwight Howard, via his lawyer, asked the court to drop the charges. He said in his response to the allegations that he never assaulted Harper or forced him to do any non-consensual acts. Everything that we performed that day was consensual. So that's the words from Dwight Howard's mouth. So basically what Dwight Howard said is he's on the down low. Dwight Howard likes men. So won't you just come out and say it? Dwight Howard likes men. That's words out of his own mouth and his attorneys. So I hope all these online reports, I hope they're not true, but you got 5-7 different sources saying the same thing. And this is from the lawsuit and court documents. And this is words that are coming out of Dwight Howard's mouth. I find that hard to rebuke. So, man, you guys, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about your boy, Superman, Dwight Howard, being on the down low, liking men. Please continue to watch the videos, man. Please continue to share it out. Please continue to run the likes up. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
another one.